Good evening from Washington, D.C., and thank you for joining us for news from a Catholic perspective. I'm Wyatt Goolsby, in for Lauren Ashburn. A legal battle is mounting against President Trump after his rollback of the Health and Human Services contraceptive mandate. The new policy allows more employers to opt out of covering birth control to employees at no cost for religious or moral objections. White House Correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Wyatt. Washington State is the latest to sue the president over last week's decision. It joins California and Massachusetts, as well as the American Civil Liberties Union. But Catholic leaders are praising the action, and they see relief in sight for Catholic institutions across the country.
We are so grateful that the Trump administration took this step to really restore religious freedom in our country.
Catholic bishops are calling the administration's move a return to common sense.
For 200 years, we did not have a requirement that contraceptives be covered with no cost at all to women, and we would never have enforced that on religious employers with deeply held religious beliefs about contraceptives, abortion-inducing drugs and devices, and sterilization.
But Washington State Attorney General Bob Ferguson is suing the president. He says the rollback of the contraceptive mandate violates the First Amendment. President Trump's contraception rules are unfair, unlawful, and unconstitutional. California and Massachusetts have filed lawsuits, and the American Civil Liberties Union is suing on behalf of a hospital workers union. But White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders says the new rules are legal.
The president believes that the freedom to practice one's faith is a fundamental right in this country, and I think all of us do. And that's all that today was about. Our federal government should always protect that right.
Hillary Burns says the American bishops are hopeful the rollback will prompt the Department of Justice to provide relief to groups like the Little Sisters of the Poor, the religious order that serves the elderly poor who've been fighting the mandate in court for years.
We hope that the cases that are still pending in federal courts around the country are now going to be settled on favorable terms for those who brought the cases, so the Little Sisters and so many Catholic and other religious ministries around the country.
EWTN is one of those religious ministries. Our network filed a lawsuit in 2012 and has been fighting the mandate for more than 5 years. Michael Warsaw, our chairman of the board and CEO, said in a statement that EWTN is carefully considering the new exemptions, but is optimistic that they will be a step forward toward victory. Wyatt?
Mark, it's been about 10 days since Tom Price resigned as the head of Health and Human Services Secretary. Do we know who the president will nominate next?
According to media reports, there are 2 names on the President Trump's list of contenders: former Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal and former Senator Rick Santorum. Both are Catholics known for their strong pro-life views.
And we'll be watching for that. Correspondent Mark Irons from the White House, thanks so much.